Ever wondered where all your money goes? Stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and I promise you'll look at your wallet and your brain in a completely new way. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now, so you don't miss out on more insights that can change your financial life. Most of us believe we waste money simply because we don't earn enough. We think, if I just had a bigger paycheck, I'd be set. But what if I told you the real culprit isn't the size of your bank account, but the hidden wiring of your brain? The truth is, how much you spend has less to do with your income and more to do with psychology. Let's break it down. Every time you make a purchase, whether it's a cup of coffee or a new smartphone, your decision isn't purely logical. It's emotional first. Your brain releases a little hit of dopamine, the feel-good chemical, when you buy something new. It's a tiny reward that says, yes, this is good, do it again. This process can make spending feel addictive, creating a cycle that's hard to escape. And guess what? Marketers know this better than anyone. They are masters of a silent game played inside your mind. The layout of a store, the colors on the walls, the music playing in the background, none of it is accidental. A fast-paced beat can make you shop faster and buy more impulsively. The smell of fresh bread in a supermarket isn't just to make you hungry. It's to create a feeling of comfort and home, making you more relaxed and likely to spend. Every detail is meticulously crafted to nudge you toward the checkout counter. Let's talk about one of the most powerful psychological tricks in the book, the sale sign. When you see that bright red tag, your brain doesn't just see a lower price, it sees a victory. You feel smart, like you've outsmarted the system, but often this feeling is an illusion. The original price might have been inflated to make the discount look bigger, or you might be buying something you never needed in the first place. You walk away feeling like you saved $20, but in reality, you just spent $80 you hadn't planned on. It's a classic trigger designed to make you feel good about spending. Impulse buying is another major drain on our finances, and it's almost always tied to our emotions. Think about the last time you bought something on a whim. Were you feeling stressed after a long day at work? Bored on a Sunday afternoon? Or maybe a little lonely? For many of us, spending becomes a form of emotional therapy. That new shirt or gadget provides a temporary distraction, a quick hit of happiness that helps us cope with negative feelings. The problem is, the relief is short-lived, but the credit card bill is permanent. Speaking of credit cards, they are a financial trap disguised as convenience. When you hand over physical cash, you feel a tangible sense of loss. You see the money leaving your hand. But when you swipe a plastic card or tap your phone, that feeling is disconnected. The transaction is abstract. Studies have consistently shown that people spend significantly more when they use credit cards compared to cash. The pain of parting with your money is delayed until the bill arrives, making it dangerously easy to overspend in the moment. Then there's the giant, invisible influence of social media. We scroll through feeds filled with curated images of perfect vacations, beautiful homes, and the latest gadgets. Even if we're not consciously comparing ourselves, a part of our brain is always taking notes. This creates a subtle pressure to keep up with the Joneses. We start to feel like our lives are lacking, and we spend money to bridge that perceived gap, to post our own highlight reel. This comparison spending is a race with no finish line, and it's silently emptying your bank account. One of the most expensive phrases we tell ourselves is, "I deserve a treat." After a tough week, a stressful project, or even just a bad day, we use this logic to justify impulse buys. A fancy dinner, a new pair of shoes, an expensive gadget. We frame it as a well-earned reward. While treating yourself is important, when it becomes a default response to any hardship, it evolves into one of the most costly habits you can have. It trains your brain to seek comfort in spending, reinforcing that addictive dopamine loop. If you're finding this useful, take a quick second to hit that subscribe button. We post deep dives like this every week to help you master your mind and your money. Now, let's look at the quiet money drains, subscription traps. That free trial you signed up for, the streaming service you barely use, the monthly box you forgot about, they all add up. Each charge is small, so you barely notice it. But over a year, these financial leeches can suck hundreds, if not thousands of dollars from your account without you even realizing it. Companies bank on you forgetting to cancel, and it's a massively profitable strategy. Here's another sneaky mind trick: anchoring bias. Imagine you're shopping for a watch. You see one for $500 right next to one for $200. Suddenly, the $200 watch seems like a fantastic deal. Your brain anchors to the first price it saw, making the second one feel like a bargain by comparison. Retailers use this all the time. They'll place a ridiculously expensive item at the front of the store just to make everything else look more reasonably priced, even if you had no intention of buying anything in the first place. And have you ever felt a sudden urge to buy something because the website said only 2 left in stock? Or limited time offer? That's scarcity. It's a powerful psychological trigger that taps into our fear of missing out, or FOMO. This sense of urgency bypasses our rational brain and forces us into making a quick decision. We're so afraid of losing the opportunity that we buy now and think later. Marketers know that the fear of loss is a much stronger motivator than the prospect of gain. So, how do we fight back? The first step is simply awareness. Understanding these psychological traps is like turning on the lights in a dark room. You can finally see the strings that have been pulling you. Start paying attention to your own spending patterns. Keep a journal or use an app to track not just what you buy, but why you buy it. When, where, and how were you feeling? Just the act of noticing your triggers can significantly reduce impulsive spending. A powerful mindset shift is to reframe money not just as dollars and cents, but as a form of energy. Every dollar you have represents a piece of your time, your effort, and your life force that you traded to earn it. When you think of it that way, a $100 impulse buy isn't just $100. It might be 5 hours of your life. Is that new gadget really worth 5 hours of your freedom? This perspective helps you make more intentional choices about where your life energy goes. Next, find healthy replacements for emotional spending. If you spend when you're stressed, what's a non-financial way you can de-stress? Maybe it's going for a walk, listening to a podcast, calling a friend, or spending time on a hobby. If you spend when you're bored, find an engaging activity that doesn't involve your wallet. By consciously creating alternative rewards, you can break the link between your emotions and your spending habits. One of the most practical strategies you can implement today is the 24-hour rule. Whenever you feel the urge to buy something you hadn't planned for, especially if it's over a certain amount, force yourself to wait 24 hours. Don't just put it in your online cart. Step away completely. You'll be amazed at how often the intense need for that item simply fades away. That cooling off period gives your logical brain a chance to catch up with your emotional brain. Ultimately, gaining financial control isn't about harsh restrictions or depriving yourself of joy. It's the opposite. It's about achieving freedom. Freedom from being manipulated by marketers. Freedom from the stress of debt, and freedom from the regret of wasteful spending. It's about empowering yourself to use your money to build a life you truly love, not just a life that looks good on social media. The more you understand the psychology behind your spending, the more power you reclaim. You stop being a passive consumer and become an active, intentional architect of your financial future. Your money starts working for you, not the other way around. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you some valuable tools to think about your own habits. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dive insights into the psychology of success and finance, please hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. And share in the comments, what's one spending trigger you've noticed in your own life? I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.